The human brain has an unusual obsession. It craves certainty, predictability, and a clear map of what will happen next. When these are absent, the mind shifts into overdrive, searching desperately for signals, patterns, anything to reduce the discomfort of not knowing. This is why uncertainty triggers unease, why hesitation feels heavier than action, and why ambiguous situations often seem more threatening than actual danger. Consider the everyday example of checking your email inbox. You see a message marked urgent from your manager, but the subject line offers no details. For the next hour, your mind spins through possible scenarios. Did you miss a deadline? Was a mistake found in your report? Did a client complain? Each possibility triggers emotional responses: anxiety, dread, maybe even anger, long before you open the message. Your brain is reacting not to reality, but to the uncertainty itself, to the gap between what it knows and what it fears might exist. This reaction isn't a flaw. It's a survival mechanism, a vestige from an evolutionary past where ambiguity often meant danger. Early humans didn't have time to logically weigh outcomes when hearing rustling in the bushes. The brain's uncertainty alarm fired first, prompting heightened attention, rapid decision-making, and readiness for action. Fast forward to the modern era, and this same system persists. Emails, ambiguous text messages, social media notifications. These are the new rustling bushes of contemporary life. The intensity of response might seem disproportionate, but the brain interprets uncertainty as a threat, triggering fight-or-flight physiology even in situations of minimal real danger. Neuroscience reveals that this fear of uncertainty is rooted in the amygdala, the brain's emotional center. The amygdala responds faster than the prefrontal cortex, which handles logic and reasoning. This means that emotional reactions to uncertainty occur before rational thought can intervene. In practical terms, it explains why we sometimes make impulsive choices, seek instant answers, or cling to familiar routines, even when a new approach could be more beneficial. Emotion isn't irrational in this context. It's preemptive, protective, and alarmingly persuasive. The brain's discomfort with uncertainty also drives social behavior. In groups, ambiguity fosters conformity, rumor, and reliance on authority. People seek reassurance from others, follow trends, or adopt dominant opinions, not because they've fully evaluated the information, but because uncertainty is emotionally taxing. This explains why marketing messages that imply scarcity or urgency, such as limited time offer or while supplies last, are so effective. They exploit the brain's intolerance for uncertainty, compelling action before reason can intervene. Even high-functioning professionals are not immune. A CEO making strategic decisions in an unpredictable market, or a surgeon operating in a high-stakes scenario, experiences the same neural dynamics. Anxiety peaks when outcomes are uncertain, prompting defensive behaviors, overanalysis, or reliance on familiar solutions rather than innovation. Recognizing the brain's bias toward certainty allows individuals to identify when emotional reactions are driving choices and when reason needs to reclaim the steering wheel. Breaking the grip of uncertainty doesn't mean eliminating it. That's impossible. Instead, it's about creating cognitive and emotional buffers. Practices like visualization, scenario planning, mindfulness, and incremental exposure to ambiguity allow the brain to tolerate the unknown. Awareness itself acts as a stabilizer. Knowing that your fear is triggered not by immediate danger, but by uncertainty, reduces the amygdala's dominance and allows rational evaluation to take the lead. By understanding why the brain fears uncertainty, we gain insight into daily life choices, interpersonal dynamics, and even larger societal behaviors. From financial decisions to career moves, from relationships to health, much of human anxiety is a direct reflection of our evolutionary wiring rather than the reality of the moment. And yet, with conscious attention, it's possible to act with clarity amidst ambiguity, to pause, observe, and make choices not dictated solely by emotional alarms. Ultimately, the brain's fear of uncertainty is both a survival tool and a modern challenge. It protects, warns, and motivates, yet it can also trap us in cycles of worry, procrastination, and reactive behavior. Recognizing its presence, learning to pause before responding, and embracing a structured approach to the unknown transforms the way we navigate life. The next time uncertainty rises in your mind, whether in an email, a decision, or a moment of suspense, remember, the fear is not reality. It's the brain doing what it evolved to do, and with awareness, you can choose how to respond, rather than letting instinct alone dictate your actions.